Hey, we're here, man. Week 8. Benton Burge, Lawrence Morgan. Man, I tell you what. After the schedule we had last week, looking at this week's game, it must be homecoming for a lot of people, man. Because there's some big numbers on the board this week.
Few slobber knockers out there, huh?
Man, there's a lot of games that might be over by halftime, but that's why we play it. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't always one on paper.
Eric, what's going on, man? I can't wait to see some of these upsets you got in
I
store
know
for us tonight.
he's always got an upset or two for us. Let's
All
jump
right.
in.
Yeah, we'll start with the big boys, man. Right here at the top, Carrollton at Westlake. Carrollton a 4 touchdown favorite.
Yeah, I think Carrollton gets it done pretty easy on the road here.
Yeah, if you looked at this game last year, man, you'd say, hey, pretty close game. Carrollton's big 4 touchdown favorites every week, it seems like, and they get it done. I like Carrollton here. North Paulden, 20-point favorites at home versus Etowah.
Yeah, North Paulden has been pretty good all year long. I'm not real sure about Etowah, but I like North Paulden to win this one pretty easily at home.
Yeah, I like the Wolfpack here at home. East Paulden, 20-point favorites at Lithia Springs.
Another Paulden County school, another 20-point favorite, and another pick. East Paulden. I like East Paulden to win this one by, 2 to 3 scores.
Yeah, I like East Paulden easily. Easy in this one. I'm gonna go with Eric here. I don't know if it's gonna be 56-7, but I think East Paulden gets it done.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. Billerica at Rome. Rome off last week, man. Back at Barron Stadium this Friday night. 28-point favorites.
Rome playing their 12th game of the year at Barron Stadium, it seems like. It's 8 weeks in. They've already played 12 games at home. I like Rome. I think Rome, we talked about if Rome puts 4 quarters together, man, they're going to be tough. And, they're pretty tough when they put 2 together. So I like Rome to win this one against a scrappy Billerica team.
Yeah, I know this game was close last year. I think Billerica gave them a game down in Billerica. Man, if Rome hits on all 8 cylinders Friday night, it could be ugly. I'm going to say Rome wins, but I think Billerica keeps it closer. I'm going to say within 21. South Paulden at New Manchester, man. New Manchester, a 21-point favorite. They need this one if they're going to compete with the Wolves in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I think they get it. I'm not sure about competing with the Wolves. I think they will compete, but not sure about beating them right now. I like New Manchester by 2 to 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I will make it unanimous. I like New Manchester here by 3 scores. Eric thinks New Manchester wins by 14. Man, we're all on the same page so far. We haven't seen any upsets on page 1.
I can't believe it.
Stars Mill at Central. Central, a 35-point favorite.
I think Central just too good here. Defense is playing pretty good. I like Central to win this one. 35 is a good bit. I like it around that 3, maybe 4 touchdown mark. A little closer to 35.
Yeah, I know Stars Mill, Jonesboro, and Central, I think they all tied last year for the region crown. But I got to looking, man. Stars Mill's having an off year this year for sure. I like Central, close to the 35 margin. Game of the week right here, man. Probably the region championship in 7-4A. 2 top 10 teams in the AJC. Cartersville, 16-point favorites at Cass.
I like both of these teams. I've seen both of these teams a couple times, not live, but video is pretty much live these days. I know Cartersville's on the road, but Cartersville is one of the few on your hand that you can say is the class in Northwest Georgia right now. I like what Cass is going to bring, especially at home. And I think they might hang around for a bit. But I think this spread's about right. I think 17-ish is probably where it ends up late.
Yeah, Cass has been one of those teams that's been surprisingly good this year. We kind of forgot about them after week 1. They lost to LaGrange. in the Corky Kale. I think they've reeled off 5 wins since then.
A few,
Um, yeah, they're sitting in the top 10 right now in the AJC top 10. Uh, Pretty balanced offense with McWhorter back there at quarterback, Khalil Charles at running back. Um, Man, Cartersville's just a step above, I think. Just right there. I'm gonna agree with Austin here. I think Cartersville wins by 14.
All right.
Hiram at Cedartown, one of the closest games we had this week, if not the closest. Cedartown is a 1-point favorite at home.
Normally I would say it's really hard to go to Cedartown and get a win, but this Hiram team has shown capabilities, and Cedartown is. This is the toughest game for me to pick, because my head just says it's Cedartown, duh. But I think Hiram's got a shot here. I'm going to take Hiram on the road. I like Hiram on the road, and I don't believe, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that's much of an upset.
No, Hiram's been playing well lately. That's another team that's been quietly getting it done. They had the big win over Dalton last week in that game that was delayed a while by the thunderstorm. Yeah, I'm gonna be cheap here and take my my 1-point upset as my upset pick of the week.
All right.
I'm gonna take Hiram on the road, man.
I mean,
I do think if Cedartown can control the ball, not turn it over. I think they had 7 turnovers against Cass a couple of weeks ago. If they can hold on to the football, I think they have the talent and the athletes to win this game, especially at home. But yeah, I think the Hornets get this one done. And I think my man Eric finally picked an upset, man. He's going with me here. He's got Hiram. He's going with us. We're all on the same page so far. Dawson County at Johnson. Dawson County a 33-point favorite.
Yeah, we've been seeing it. Dawson just right there with a bunch of different teams, solid teams. They're going to explode in this one. They're going to have a coming out party on the road at Johnson. I like Dawson to win this one pretty handily.
Yeah, Dawson County took Pickens and GAC to the wire the last 2 weeks. This is the week they get it done. I like Dawson big. Ridgeland at Calhoun. Calhoun is a 35-point favorite.
Ridgeland's probably got the best team they've had in some time.
I know,
He's calling you out. Oh man. Ridgeland is probably what I was saying was Ridgeland's probably got the best team that they've had in some time. But I don't know how we do it, but sometimes I feel like we overlook Calhoun, and I think they're extremely solid team. They're going to make another deep run. Calhoun's going to handle them probably, especially at the Reeve. But Ridgeland's got the capability, skill at quarterback to move the ball a little bit. I think Calhoun wins it pretty easy.
Yeah, I think we kind of did that to Calhoun last year, man. I think we kind of overlooked them all the way to the bends, and they ended up winning the title, man. And yeah, I like Calhoun big in this one at home. Maybe the game in that region, 7-3A, could be for that 4th playoff spot. Gilmer at Heritage. Heritage is a 1-point favorite.
Here's another one of those 1-point games that I think Gilmer can get this done here. I know it's at Heritage. I'm not looking at this as my upset special, but I guess by the points it would be an upset. I'm going to take Gilmer. I'm going to take the Bobcats.
Yeah, I know they're playing great defense. If you'd asked me this game a week ago, I'd said Heritage easily, man. But we saw what happened to Heritage last Friday night. Had an all Friday night, and
which makes me believe that we're probably both picking wrong. If Gilmer, because they're going to come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Heritage at home there. I think they have too many athletes for Gilmer. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna take the Generals. Northwest Whitfield at Lafayette. Northwest Whitfield a 22-point favorite.
Man, Northwest was on the right end of one of those games last week, and just the ability to put points on the board, I think it's going to hurt Lafayette. Lafayette's been playing real physical, pretty good defense. They're going to run it at you on offense. I just think that, a lot of times styles make fights, and I just don't know if Lafayette's style can put the points up on the board that it's going to need to beat Northwest Whitfield. So I like Northwest winning this one pretty easily on the road.
Yeah, Eric, he waited a page and a half, man. He had to throw one out here, though. That's LFO. Never mind, never mind. I was about to give him credit for Lafayette, but yeah, I think Lafayette has a type of offense, man, where if they can control the ball, get a lot of first downs, 12, 15 play drives, they can keep the game close. Man, but Northwest Whitfield's offense, like we saw last weekend, is so explosive. They can put points on the board quick. If they jump out 14, 21 to nothing early, it'll probably end up being a long night for Lafayette. I like Northwest Whitfield in this one by more than the 22. Coahulla Creek at LFO. LFO a 20-point favorite.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since I've heard anybody say LFO a 20-point favorite, but I mean they deserve it. I mean they played pretty good. I think they got too much offense. Another case of just too much offense for Coahulla Creek. I know the Creek's been getting better all year long. They've won some games, but I think it's gonna be tough sledding here, trying to stop that offense from LFO.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, LFO's only loss in the region was a last-second field goal to North Murray, who's leading the region with Rockmart right now. Ton of talent at LFO. A lot of seniors on that ball club. I like LFO at home. North Cobb Christian, man, it seems like they've been off for 2 weeks now. At Murray County, only an 18-point favorite.
That's kind of interesting to me. I think North Cobb Christian goes to Murray County and gets a pretty good win here, and gets it back rolling.
Yeah, very balanced offense down there at North Cobb Christian, man. I think they got one of the top 5 leading passers, top 5 leading rushers. Great defense. I like North Cobb Christian on the road. One of the biggest games of the week, especially in that region, Sonoraville at North Murray. North Murray, a 18-point favorite.
I like what Sonoraville's been putting out there. I like the ability to throw the ball. I like Cruz at running back. I mean, he can go, man, and they have some guys that can go get it. The defense has been playing pretty good. The only concern is, can you keep Justin Petty and the guys under wraps all game long? And I just don't think they can. I think North Murray is going to win and possibly another shootout. I think North Murray wins this one. Honestly, I think it's less than 18.
Yeah. Like I said, that they both have the potential to put a lot of points on the board. I think I see a comment over here, 48-47 is one of their predictions. I could see them both lighting the scoreboard up Friday night. Chaz Pate, quarterback for Sonoraville, Hudson Hewlett at North Murray. Yeah, I think it's going to be closer than 18, but I like North Murray here.
Agree.
Ringgold making that trip up to the mountains, 15-point favorite at Union County.
Yeah, I think Ringgold was able to go up there, and I think that they might even cover the 15. I like Ringgold in this one, even though it's on the road.
Yeah, we've said it before, man. Going to Blairsville is a tough trip, but I know the Ringgold Tigers were off last week and got healthy. I think they might have both their backs back Friday night. I like the Tigers in this one.
Sorry, I was reading a comment.
Yeah, I saw that. This is voted number 2 game of the week right here. Huge game in Region 6A D1. The winner here will circle Heard County as the region championship. Pepperell at Bremen. Bremen is an 8-point favorite.
I was high on Bremen earlier in the year, and you know, we were kind of high on Pepperell as well. And early in the year, we were like, well, maybe not. But since Pepperell's done nothing but wear people out, it seems like. But I do think Pepperell on the road at Bremen. Bremen's got it going lately. I think Bremen wins this one, and I'm like Charles. I think this one could go either way, but I think Bremen wins this one, and it's going to be last possession. And last possession favors Bremen because they got a field goal kicker that could kick it. You know, I mean, I wouldn't put 55 past him. He can drill it. So I'm going to take Bremen in a walk-off field goal. Write it down.
Walk-off field goal, write it down. 55-yarder? 55?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, if they got to, they'll give him a shot.
Yeah, I haven't seen Pepperell since the 707 this summer, the Patty camp we had up at Chattooga. I mean, they looked good, had good size. Kind of forgot about them, man, to the last couple of weeks, but they've been putting up points. What, 40 plus the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Bremen defense has stepped up since the Bowden game, playing tough. I think it's going to be Pepperell offense versus Bremen defense, man, whoever shows up. And I got to give the edge to Bremen at home. I'm going to go with the Blue Devils by a touchdown. Haralson County, 21-point favorites at Model.
I like Harrelson in this game. I think Model still relatively young, been improving, but Harrelson has shown, the ability to put some points up and play close and win some games. So I like Harrelson to get another here. I could see that score. I could see that.
It's always tough to go to Model, man, play that Coach Honeycutt defense. But curious to see how Harrelson bounces back after losing last week to Hurd. I mean, they played them tough for a half. 23 lost to Hurd, pretty respectable score. Yeah, I think they come out and get it done at Model. I'll go Harrelson. Hurd County at Temple. Hurd County, a 4-touchdown favorite.
Yeah, both of these teams are trending, one in the right direction and one in the wrong direction, it seems like right now. I just don't think Temple is going to be able to resurrect what they had going earlier in the year. Right now, I like Hurd County to win this one fairly easy.
There we go. I know Eric couldn't make it the whole show without throwing one out there. Big 28-point upset. He's going with the Tigers.
Oh, did you see this one?
No. We haven't gotten there yet, but all right. But yeah, I think Hurd. I think even if Temple plays a good game, man, it's hard to beat Hurd County. Hurd County's going to have to make a ton of mistakes. Charles throwing one out here, 50-10 Hurd. Charles making bulletin board material for the Tigers down there. I like Hurd in this one by about the 28.
Yeah.
Our Murchie at Coosa. Coosa, big 21-point favorite.
I thought about this game a little bit. I've seen more of our Murchie than I have Coosa, but I watched a few games that Coosa played, and I watched them earlier in the year, and I thought they would be able to air it out pretty good. And I think our Murchie's going to hang in there. I think our Murchie plays them to within the 21. I think this could possibly be a lower scoring game. But conversely, it could be a higher scoring game if both offenses get rolling. So I like Coosa to win the game at home, but I think by less than the 21.
Yeah, I like Coosa's ability to throw the ball around. If they give him some time back there in the pocket, I think he can hurt you. I'm going to go with Eric's score here, 28-0. That sounds about right. Fannin County. Team I saw last Friday night at Chattooga. Fannin, a 24-point favorite.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what Fannin was trying to do last week, but I know what Chattooga's going to try to do. They're going to run it at you. They're going to try to get 3 yards in a cloud of dust, get the first down, chew the clock, try to hang around defensively. And I'm just not sure that they can quite yet with Fannin. I think Fannin's going in the right direction big time. And I'll take Fannin probably more than the 24.
Yeah, Fannin looked like the Fannin County team we're used to last week, man. They were running around hitting people in the mouth, tough defense. Held Gordon Central to no first downs until 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. They can run the ball. They can throw it over the top. I like Fannin in this one big. Gordon Central at Christian Heritage, man. Important game in that 7A D1, fighting for that 4 seed. Christian Heritage is a 17-point favorite.
Yeah, I think Gordon Central will be able to put some points up, on the big play variety. But Christian Heritage, improving team, quarterback has definitely been playing better and better as the year went on. They've scored more points. I think it's probably about right. I think Christian Heritage gets this one by about two touchdowns or so.
Yeah, I liked what I saw at Gordon Central last week. They lost big defending county, man, but they're a tough bunch on defense. I mean, those guys go out there and hit you in the mouth. Got some athletes in the secondary. Yeah, I just think Charlie Baxter's too much for him, man. I think he'll be able to put some points on the board. I like Christian Heritage at home. Dade County, big win last week, 45-0. Heading over to Gordon Lee this week, 34-point underdogs.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say two comments. First off, Dade with a big win last week. I think defensively they played pretty well. Do not be surprised if you look up and see a second quarter score where Dade is down 14-7 or something of the sort. I do believe Gordon Lee pulls away and wins this game, but it will be no surprise to me if Dade County's there, even in the end. They just find a way sometimes. I would not be surprised if it's a one-score game. I would not be surprised if Gordon Lee pulls away and wins, by 14. But I will be surprised if Gordon Lee covers 34 because I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't see him scoring 34 points, much less.
Yeah, Dade's put together a couple of weeks of good work, man. Going up to Fannin County, losing by a play, really. And then the big 45-0 win last week. I think Coach Poston's got them moving in the right direction. Tough bunch of kids, young. Gordon Lee, the experienced team, the odds-on favorite. I agree with everything you said. I think it's going to be a close game, especially in the first half. Gordon Lee may get a couple in the fourth quarter to pull away. But, yeah, I will be more surprised if it's more than 34 than I will be if it's less than 17.
Yep. I concur.
Bowden at Manchester, man. This game has been a huge one over the last couple of years. This one doesn't look as huge on paper. Bowden, a 19-point favorite.
Yeah, I think Bowden wins this one. And I would not be surprised if they cover, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think Manchester's down a little bit this year. Man, like I said, I still have nightmares from that Bowden-Bremen game, man. Bowden is just a heck of a team when they want to be. I like Bowden by more than 19. Huge game there in that region. Was it Region 3, 1, D2, maybe? Whatever it is. 5-team region. The winner of this game probably gets to host a home playoff game first round. Trine at Mount Zion. Mount Zion is a 3-point favorite.
Now, I've seen both of these teams. I like what Mount Zion has down there. It is on the road. But I think that Trine is going to go down there, and they're going to be extremely physical, probably the most physical game that Mount Zion's played all year. I hope they have their quarterback back. I'm not sure what situation is there. But regardless, they were able to beat a pretty good team last week without him. So they're going to find a way. They also had a guy, that stepped up that had previously been I won't say on the border of being eligible, waiting on return information and finally got legal or eligible. And he played his first game last week, so he's building up, and he's going to help him in the backfield some. I think that's big for Trine, and I think Trine goes down and wins. Even though it's 3 points, a little less of the cop-out than one is, but still pretty much top out. I'm going to take Trine. At least they're on the road. I'm going to take Trine on the road, giving up 3. I like Trine to beat Mount Zion.
Yeah, I don't have that same energy that Eric's got, man. I can't pull the trigger on those 28-point underdogs, you know. But you know, I can tell you one thing this game is going to be is a hard hitting defensive struggle. Mount Zion leads our area in points per game allowed. I think they're 3.5 points per game.
I would caution you on that stat because of strength of schedule.
Yeah, yeah, definitely strength of schedule. I know they lost to Pike.
It's going to be telling very much this game.
Yeah, I know they lost to Pike County a couple of weeks ago at Pike. You know, Trine got it going last week. I think beating Manchester was a big boost for them in a game where they were the underdog. On the road at Mount Zion, I'm gonna go Mount Zion here by the 3.
And I'm gonna go Trine, and I'll eat the crow if I got
to. Hillgrove, man, they are in the top 10 now in 6A. 35-point favorites at Paulding County.
How did this big boy end up on the bottom somewhere? I like what is this that game? Which one don't belong? Hillgrove, big in this one.
Yeah, I like Hillgrove in this one. All right, that is it, man. Everybody get out this Friday night, watch a game. Hopefully it's a little cooler. I know the rain came in today. Maybe it'll get down to 82 on Friday instead of 85.
Oh yeah. It's going to be an interesting weekend, that's for sure.
All right, man. We'll see everybody back here Friday night.
Sounds good.
We here at Northwest Georgia Football would like to thank you for watching. Please join us again soon.